Hello. Welcome to the 14th part of the Solo Max level newbie. A special thanks to my Patreon for supporting me. And if you want to support, you can join my channel membership or Patreon for as low as $1. Thank you very much. Let's begin. At the beginning of this part, we see that when the giant says, "Those stupid humans. They could never break down the barrier mother had made." Giant says, "Idiots. Real idiots." Other giant hits him and says, "Go make your rounds instead of slacking off here." He says, "He's always so harsh with me. There's nothing to keep an eye out for anyway." T-Bone is sneaking in. Giant sees him. And Jin-hyuk also gets there. T-Bone says, "Master, we've been caught." System says, "Resisting the barrier." He says, "All right, I was looking for one of them anyway." Giant says, "What?" Someone says, "Miram at the east. The Empire in the west. I can feel them knocking at my barrier." She says, "They continue to struggle with my barrier." Tree of Life Yggdrasil. A giant says, "Dear Yggdrasil, please do not worry. No one will be able to approach your barriers. And even if they do somehow succeed, I am the king of them. Boss of the 21st floor Abrachan, king of the giants." King says, "Children of Yggdrasil, the inferior humans are currently attacking us in hopes of taking our mother away from us." How sorrowful is that? That is right. Our future is under threat. But if we, of the great blood, are all to rise up against them, we are bound to succeed. I shall ask again, my comrades, are you ready to charge into battle? A female giant says, "Your Majesty, is there really a chance of winning?" King says, "No, the enemies can do nothing but look us down and most of us will end up starving to death. But it doesn't matter. As long as Mother lives, we will survive." Yggdrasil says, "Child, why are you here?" Everyone ventured outside to protect. Jin-hyuk says, "I finally got through the barrier." "Hey, you don't actually believe that your barrier's invincible, did you?" She thinks, "Only the giants can enter here." Did he use that child as his key to get in? Even then, for a mere human to withstand the exterior barrier. System says, "The Tree of Life is activating summon. My soldiers of paradise lost. A human dares to enter my paradise lost without permission. Make him pay for this impudence." Jin-hyuk thinks Yggdrasil keeps up 2 layers of very powerful barriers. It takes a lot of power to keep both up, so she won't be able to upkeep both barriers while she activates another skill. The reason the 2 barriers are so strong is if the exterior one is broken, she can activate the interior one for a double barrier. But that also means that when there is threat acting upon both barriers, Jin-hyuk activates the element of fire. He thinks she has to deactivate one of them. He says, "Make your choice, Yggdrasil." Jin-hyuk says, "Will you let the fortress walls down?" Jin-hyuk says, "Or will you die by my hand here?" She thinks, who is this insane human? She says, "The Holy Empire underground graveyard catacombs. Twins are fighting," she says. "I thought this was the Holy Empire? Why are there so many undeads?" "I don't know. At least it's keeping us busy. The corpses of the holy knights buried here became undead soldiers. This is definitely not normal." Jin-hyuk receives the call from Teresa. She says, "As you said, there are some irregularities." She says, "Jin-hyuk, are you okay?" He says, "I'm okay. You can keep talking." She says, "Undead soldiers are appearing in the catacombs of the Holy Empire. It's as if the divine power that had been protecting this place is gone." Jin-hyuk says, "Get rid of all of the undead there and summon all of the holy knights. The demonic humans have already passed through the catacombs. They're faster than I imagined." The video call ends. One of the twins says, "Are you good?" What did he say? She thinks if Jin-hyuk reacted like that, it must mean that something really bad is happening. One of the undead attack him from behind. She grabs it from its neck and she says, "Change of plans. I'm going to absorb all of the demonic energy here. All of you, get out." Tree of Life is fighting against Jin-hyuk. She thinks this invader baster is strong. The Tree of Life insect soldiers won't do. "Abrachan, there is an invader in Paradise Lost. Come to me. If I don't turn on the inner barrier, my white jade might be in danger." King thinks, "White jade. The essence of holding a mother's power. We cannot have that taken away. But if Mother deactivates the barrier here, the Empire and Miram bastards will all come crowding in." He says, "I will try to resolve this, Mother." East of the Giants' Fortress Miram Force. 3rd group charge. "I don't want to die." They are able to get in and says, "Wait, what?" Nothing happened. I think the barrier is gone. I don't know what happened, but it seems like this is our chance. Show what you've learned. Chun rushed inside really fast, they say, Sword Saint. Chun Yu-sung. Miram Forces says, charge forward. The barrier is done. Giants are really surprised and says, I can't believe it. Mother's barrier is down. Chun Yu-sung gets inside and activates the soul-chasing sword. He attacks a lot of giants at once. Beck gets there and says, giants are known to withstand even the Aura Blade, but you did it pretty easily. You've improved quite a bit. Sword Saint. He thinks the castle walls should be taken over pretty quickly since the barrier is down. I assume it's the same for the Empire's side too. It can't be a coincidence that the barrier is gone. It's definitely him who did this. What the hell are you doing in there? Kong Jinhyuk. Yggdrasil activates the inner barrier. System says, gravity's effects will be increased tenfold. The coefficient of mana will be increased 4 times. Efficiency of movement will be decreased by 80%. The sense will be distorted. Stamina will decrease by 3 per second. Jinhyuk thinks, even my barrier can't nullify all these curses. In the end, T-Bone says, Master. Jinhyuk says, it's okay. He says, Yggdrasil, do you really think you can stop with just this? She says, you may be strong, but this is my territory. Unless you are a child born with the blessing of my white jade, you cannot survive this. Jinhyuk says, I already had an idea that your inner barrier's really strong. But now that you've activated this to protect yourself, I'm sure you children are being massacred outside. Are you fine with that? She says, it hurts hard, but I have no other choice. It'll be worth it if I can eliminate you. Jinhyuk smiles and says, is that so? You said that no living creature can survive here unless they're your child. Are you sure about that? She says, I am the tree of life, Yggdrasil. All life within my territory falls under my authority. I like that answer. Jinhyuk activates Judgment of Anubis. System says, reduces the subject's state by 50% and restricts their usage of skills and unique ability for 1 minute. She thinks, what? My power suddenly. He says, a living being can never be free from you curses. That's why I brought him. Since he's already dead. System says, choosing T-Bone as the fighter. T-Bone is now a Grand Death Knight. T-Bone says, I can feel the power surging through me, Master. He says, T-Bone. Her body holds this thing called the White Jade. He says, yes. Jinhyuk says, what do you mean, yes? Go get it. T-Bone attacks her. She says, stop that thing. The curse won't work. He knew this would happen. T-Bone easily destroys her and grabs the White Jade. He says, I'll be as fast as possible, ma'am. T-Bone says, just stay still for a bit. King of Giants gets there and hits T-Bone. He says, mother now. She activates the outer barrier. Mira member says, slay all the giants and bring down the fortress. Everyone suddenly is unable to move. Giant says, mother has blessed us again with her divine love. Attack. We see Jinhyuk, he says, the inner barrier is gone. That must mean she reactivated it the moment Agrichan got here. But changing the barriers consumes a lot of energy. She won't be able to reactivate the inner barrier for a while. Is she that confident in Agrichan? Does she really think he can win against me without the inner barrier? He activates Eye of Gluttony. We see the full detail of Agrichan. Age, 133 years. Level, 80. STR, 30. DX, 48. STA, 75. Magic, 7. Stat points possessed, 0. Skills. He has many skills. Description. Orichan believes that Yggdrasil's giants should dominate the world. If you promise him the continuation of his kind, the possibility of a special reward dropping will be increased. Copy conditions. Giants worship strength and physical allure. Overpower him without using a weapon. You will then be able to copy one of his skills. T-Bone says, Master, I will avenge. Jinhyuk says, no. He's mine, T-Bone. Someone says, Miram and the Empire have both entered the gates. It seems like they're being overwhelmed by the barrier. We see some masked men doing something. Someone asks a masked man, how are the ritual preparations going? He replies, we're finished here. The secret room on the 15th floor is not open yet. However, all 4 holy relics from the 21st floor are here with me. That person is a demonic human, he says. It's a shame that we had to change the plan, but there isn't anything we can do about that. Masked Man asks him, what shall we do about the giant's fortress? He replies, leave it be. It will be meaningless in the end. regardless of whoever takes the fortress. The 14th part of the solo max level newbie ends here. If you want to see more, please subscribe and like. And if you want to support me financially, you can join my channel membership or Patreon only for $1. Patreon and Discord links are in the description if you want to support me. And a special thanks to all my channel members for supporting me. Thanks for watching.